Do we have everything? Do we have sound? We do. We do. And the music stopped, so that works. Um, except for on my end, I still have to hear it. Let's fix that. Hey everybody, how's it going? We're gonna see how long we go through this today. Um, Not gonna lie, it's a rough one. I got some disheartening news this morning. Stacked on top of some more disheartening news this morning. But I'm a persistent little critter, so we're just gonna keep going till some stuff happens, you know? And in the meantime, I'm gonna do what art is best for, which is just trying to like cheer myself up when I'm kind of bummed out. So I thought it would be great if you guys remember my rant about kobolds and the wombo combo. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I just want to animate shoving a kobold through a window. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it. That's kind of difficult, I suppose, to maybe figure out on the fly while I'm talking to chat, but we'll see, we'll see. Speaking of, hello Ricardo, hello Bootsy. Is chat broken? I didn't see it pop up on the screen, but I might have missed it. I'm about ready to just pull my whole setup apart and start over again. I've been at this for so long and slowly adjusting and adding and growing. And it's kind of like I just have like an entertainment system and then I added this and then I added that. And there's absolutely no cable management except this is all like on the software side and it's driving me absolutely crazy. I think it's time to just unplug everything and start over. But yeah, you know, I thought, I'm trying to decide. All right, so either I can try to draw like using this window, but I want to have like her shoving the kobold through the window and having it like pop out, you know. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to draw it from this angle or do I want to draw it like front facing? Like she's being shoved out of this drive-through window. I don't know. Which one's easier? We'll see. We'll see. I honestly, I'm not even sure we're actually gonna make it that far today. I'm pretty worn down, so we'll try. It's difficult to judge when I'm gonna be able to pull through and be in a good mood and be entertaining for you guys, and when it's gonna be one of the days where I probably should postpone stream. So we're gonna give it a try. Well, it depends on if my the spirit is willing, but is the art block there? That's what we're gonna find out. That's what I'm saying. Because this is as far as we got today. Like I've been drawing a lot. This is not on par, and so now I feel bad about drawing too. But you know what? Tough titties. If I feel bad about drawing, it's just because I'm having a rough day. I was drawing some good stuff the other day, so it's fine. I'm just off, kind of out of tune with myself today, and that's okay. If all I get is the concept for this drawing, that's cool too. But we'll see. Animating's kind of fun. It's not something I get to do very often. So let's try it. Do I make the window stationary? Because this is gonna get edited, again, into, we're doing another meme compilation. Atlas has pulled some, some more goofy moments together. They went on a hiatus because I had a lot of stuff going on. There wasn't enough really stream-wise to put together for them anymore for a little bit. But now that I have been back to it, we got the wombo combo. We get the the wonderful wild quips of advice and wacky shit. I just So difficult not to say things that sound absolutely derangedly perverted when I'm just like saying absolutely normal shit. Then I listen back to it later and I'm like, At least I realized when I ripped, when I was talking about the holes in my jacket that I had ripped. I was like, dude. I'm like, oh god, just don't say that you couldn't stop fingering the hole. I'm like, all right. And then, it's funny if you say the stuff anyways, but sometimes I'm just like, what the? It says YouTube. I'm talking about my jacket. But we're all gremlins here. We all live in the gutter. Uh, live for the goofy. Oh, my table's too high. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Um. Oh no, this has to. Oh no, I don't have a good spot for my keyboard. Oh no, I hate everything. Oh. I haven't done animating like this before, but I don't have enough hotkeys for this to work. I still need my keyboard. Ooh. Nope, sorry for the loud noise. We're trying to find the midway so that my keyboard doesn't fall into my lap. Alright, so with the animation then, how do I want to do this? Actually, oh man. So there's keyframes and stuff that I actually don't even know how to use. But I'm like, I fucking know there's so many layers to animating in Clip Studio. As far as what you can do, I started trying to figure out how to add sound to the animations also. To some success, but... Oh wait, do I have to think about how stuff stacks layer-wise if I'm having it? I should just draw every panel. Processing. Oh god. Oh, there's so much that goes into animating just for a shitpost. Part of it's like understanding how you want to go about it, right? Because I can have these layers down here that are outside of the animation, so they're stationary. And this one that's labeled 1 is part of the timeline, so anything I add here becomes part of this. Oh, I have one I can show you. I have one you can... I was trying last night. Oh god, recents. Where is it? There. I was trying to figure out how to animate my chicken taking a bath. She just like flips dirt up on herself and like yeah, it's cute. It's cute. And it's really interesting too because every time she does it, I don't think I captured it entirely correctly. But it reminds me of like a motion of one of the Monster Hunter monsters from the one I played a while back. So it must have been an earlier game one or one that was featured in the trailers. But every time she's been taking a dirt bath, it reminds me of like an attack that a monster made. And so I just imagine her making a little like charged up electric little chicken attack, being like, too bad she can't, because then she could defend herself from the neighborhood cats. But I have to go chill out with her. And I've learned to speak chicken now. There's a noise they make when they're nervous, and I didn't realize that was a nervous noise. So she'd make a nervous noise, and I make the noise back at her, and she'd run back into the thing. I'm like, okay, I guess we're scared now. And then I learned that that's a sound that they make when there's like a hawk or something and they're kind of alerting the rest of the flock that there's danger. And so now when she takes a bath and she's like, what? I'm like, no, that was just a truck. You're fine. And she goes back to fluffing around in the dirt again. So it's very interesting. Animals are, I mean, they communicate. And she did it a couple of times. And every time I reassured her, instead of making the noise back, we stayed out there for like 20 minutes. Oh, maybe I should see if that works. Just be like, Paige, there's a hawk. And see if she's like, oh God, wants to run back inside. No, we chill out until she wants to go back. It's not too long. But it's been a lot longer when she wants to take these little dirt baths. Anyways, all that to basically come back around to say, it's really interesting because I would bet that maybe Monster Hunter has used like the movements of an animal to be the basis of an attack, because that would make it feel really grounded in the movements and make it really like believable versus coming up with like new movements. I know I see big cats used for like all kinds of like movie monsters and stuff a lot, especially when they want something that has that kind of like prowly feel to it. I'm like, oh, that's like a big cat. You see stuff moving that runs certain ways, and it looks like a horse running, but it's not a horse, you know. And I think it's kind of that same logic is applied. So anyways, long story short, one of the Monster Hunter monsters, I'm pretty sure, is just a giant chicken. And, I kind of need to know which one now. That would be the Monster Hunter armor I would look at maybe making one day. Oh my god. Anyways, let's see if we can figure out something for that, for the kobold. Front-facing squish is a good option. Yes, and I wouldn't have to do that much to the back, but I don't... Oh, let's see. Just do a little onion skin. We got, like, the window, right? Let's just do the window on every frame. We're just doing this the old-fashioned way. And then we get to a point where we're gonna, like, repeat a few frames, I think. Whatever. I don't fucking care. I don't know. We're learning. I am seeking stimulation and wanting to try something new, rather than sitting around and being a sad guy. We are gonna be a we're starting the Kobold drive-through. Yeah. Let's turn the onion skins on. I don't know, because like this, even if I don't like do a final thing and I just kind of play around with it, I'll figure out maybe what I want to do for the final one. Alright, so I think I could actually make folders. Maybe that's what I want to do. See, yeah. So if I try to figure it out on smaller thing first, it's going to be easier for me to work out what logic I need. Because this is actually a lot bigger project than just drawing a picture. And even larger than trying to plan for like layers and everything. I mean, of course it's large. It's a wombo combo. That's the point. I lost the point, but that was a very good point. Anyways, we're drawing a box a bunch of times because this is the drive-through window. I probably should have it like bulge out, but we'll work on that when we shove the kobold through. Okay, so part of the reason I wanted to stream working on this is because I was sure talking through the logic was just gonna sound absurd. And I was right. So please enjoy while I try to work the logic of shoving a kobold through a drive-through window. I think the front facing would be fun because it fits with the format of the meme already. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And so if it's already kind of fitting that space, then it's pretty good. I probably should put number 1 here. How far did we get off from the original? Oh, we got way fucking off. Yay. Do. Probably should have made like an anchor frame then that goes like every couple. I don't mind drawing some of the in-betweens that has some movement, but I should probably recycle stuff so it's in the same spot. Why is the animation so long? How long is this animation? Hang on, you're running away from me. Hey, this only has to be like 5 seconds long. We have... How many... What? I don't understand frames per second yet. It's fine. I just make the animation as long as I need it. I need it actually to be about 5 seconds long. So we are still... Yeah, that's a wiggly little box. I love how there just suddenly is a Skuttz popping out of the window. Alright, so what do I want to do? If I recycle any frames, it's not going to work. Because the whole thing is shoving the kobold through. So there's like 2 frames where we're going to want to like have it look like they're getting squished out. I don't know what just happened here. You know what? Maybe this is what's gonna be. But like, trying to like have a bulge and push it out more, before it goes back in and then actually makes it all the way out. You know, a little tug of war. I don't know how to make that look though. Not like that. That looks like a frog. Maybe not. So I can erase everything I just did and put a rectangle in the background as a stationary one and draw the rest over. So it stays grounded in one spot and I draw it on every frame. So anything that's outside of the animation frame stays still, which is why the kobold in the window there have been staying still. So that's basically what we are working with. How many of these do I have to control Z? Quite a few. We'll just... Oh, don't... Wait. At what point have I gone too far? At what point have I gone too far? Alright, so I think I'm just gonna go right till I have 10 layers there. And then I'll see what do I have here. And I'll just erase these out. Oh, that was the last one. That was it? Nope, we have to bring the frames way back again. Alright, that's fine. Sometimes. Alright, let's see. We're back to something functional. I mean, no, but we have a blank thing, yes. So, at first, oh no. Yeah, this is a lot more than I thought. Alright. You know, this is probably why they storyboard stuff. So that they know what they're drawing when they go to animate it. Yes, it's like the professionals know what they're doing sometimes. I mean, there's that, and there's also forms of just like animating in a linear fashion. Like I've done that a few times and made like a dance animation that was really fun. I just need to get better at it. For the sake of kobolds, I need to improve my skills. All right, let me leave myself some notes. Otherwise, I'm gonna get lost. All right. So I want to do the background sketch stationary. I'm gonna draw over it. Oh, I want to make folders, not layers. All right. Sorry, there's a lot to keep track of at one time. I'm like, let me make some notes. And for Chimera Mom, yeah, that's one of the reasons. Trying to get get some animation skills brushed back up. Oh my goodness. I think I made my coffee too weak this morning. It's just a struggle day. Even the coffee. It too, Brutus. Oh my goodness. At least we got kobolds, right? How do we shove this through the window? Traffic backed up from stoplight to stoplight. Oh no. Yeah. There's been a few times where it was just better to chill out somewhere with my sketchbook for like 30 to 45 minutes and then drive home after work than it was to hit it in the middle of traffic. Like I worked in Seattle, like actual Seattle, couple years back, and the commute was insane, and it could be a like additional, what was it? Yeah, it could add like an extra half hour to the drive if I was going in the heaviest commute time. It could be up to like 45 minutes that it would add. And rather than try to fight everyone who's cranky and getting off of work or whatever, um, I was I was working at a restaurant, so I would just get a snack, the cheapest snack on the menu. Oh no, and it was the French fries. Everything comes back to potatoes, ruining my life. Oh my god. So anyways, I guess I would make myself sick for the following shift by having cheap potatoes waiting out traffic, drawing in my sketchbook. Wow, it's crazy. When I see stuff like that looking back, I'm like, why did I struggle so much? Yeah, it's because this shit sneaks up on me and I don't know what's going on. It's a little bit better now, but I recently got sick just because they changed ingredients in a package and didn't change the label. I'm like, yay. Love it. Awesome. We got kobolds. We got the fattest, stackedest kobolds. How do we draw kobold being shoved through window? Also, I can only think of Signet. Like, when I think of, like, the thickest cobalt that I have drawn, it's definitely Signet. Uh, maybe I should ask. Maybe I should ask Sputnik is Sputnik, is it okay if I shove Signet through the window for an example? Um, we need the thickest. Yeah, it's just kind of fun doodling. I don't actually. No, yeah, I might have to marinate on this one. We're shoving the cobalt through the window though. It'd be kind of funny if I could make it a your character here. And then we just make a looped animation of all the kobolds being shoved out the window. Oh no. I really want to make that happen because kobolds. I love them. They're so scrunkly. Um yeah, I'm not sure if we're actually going to have the bandwidth for a full animation today, but that's sort of what's going into the planning, I suppose. Um I just need to decide if I'm shoving it through. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna take a reference photo because that's honest to God the best thing I can do anytime that I'm struggling. So I'm gonna find some portion. Oh my God, I have a chicken. I'm gonna take my chicken and I'm gonna stuff my chicken through a square, and I'm gonna see what happens. Not my pet chicken, a stuffed animal. Um, I could also probably find something to shove Neil through. Yes. Neil, I need you to be a kobold. There was one animation I did with like a zipper pull, and part of the reason I feel like it turned out as fluid as it did was because I took a video zipping up my jacket so that I could sort of track how the hand and the zipper movement went as the camera tracked. And so it was pretty cool. And I was thinking back to how I did some of my first animations when I didn't know what I was doing, and I did the same thing I always do. I look up a reference or take one. So, um, my God, now I need something square to shove my chicken through. Uh, oh, yes, yes. And then, oh no, I guess I'll figure out what we're doing. Uh, and if I can't do it the front facing one, I do think maybe doing the 3/4 turn will at least be a backup, because I can imagine that, and I can even kind of maybe draw Skuttz in the window here pushing, or use this little bit to push somehow. It's crazy though, because there's so much you can do in DaVinci Resolve. So if I saved some of these images as flat PNGs, there's also probably some of it I could do just moving shit around. Give it a little movie magic, essentially. So there's some planning to be had. I stepped in something larger than I was expecting. Geez. Ooh, next Wednesday though. Uh, I want to plan ahead and do something. And I was thinking about how a while back I did sort of a little how-to on stuff, but I've done it live, and the one was pretty good, but we had another issue where one of the live streams, my mic was not live. And so we had the whole stream, but none of what I was saying. And it was really disheartening to have basically a few things that have gone more like that. But now I have some editing help. I actually have someone helping me edit. So now that I have an editor, it's like I can try to maybe get some of these recorded offline, so we avoid the scuff. The scuff, it ruins. I try to give you the secrets of how to be a great artist, and the scuff just gets in the way. So we're gonna buff all the scuff out and see about fucking getting some of those going. Specifically because I also have another stained glass commission coming up. I have a couple, and it would be fun to revisit the how to stained glass video, but with kind of some more current things in my updated model. I just wish the problem with streaming is I can't do the hand tracking while we're live right now. My computer would catch fire. Well, maybe not that, but my CPU, I think, has been crashing. And so it causes the programs to freeze. Yeah, I feel like it makes a little bit of visual interest when I'm explaining stuff to be able to, like, gesture to things. So we'll see. Maybe I can kind of pull something together here. But for the live streams themselves, I need to figure out, we might be working on a ref sheet next, or basically I need to go look at my little treasure trove of things, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The queue is just way too spicy. I've not been on Twitch or YouTube because it's been too hot for cable. I've been working on some very spicy bunny stuff. Bunny suits. It's yeah. Not work I can do on Twitch. Not work I can do on YouTube. No. So, where has Skuttz been? I've been in the gutters. I've been in the gutters. I've been in the gutters where I belong. And yeah, making lots of art. So we just need to find the next thing that's YouTube appropriate. And ooh, this weekend we might be doing a doodle stream on Saturday. Actually, that sounds really good. Like, all I feel like I want to do right now is just some unhinged, like, doodles. Like just yeah, that sounds like a good one. Cheap art for you guys, unhinged doodles for me. Maybe like a pay what you want style next Saturday. That sounds good. I think that's what I want to do. I need unhinged doodles. I need art to be the relaxing chaotic thing. And in the meantime, I'm gonna think about the kobolds. If you're interested in seeing me animate this, let me know, and I can maybe work on this next Wednesday. Otherwise, it's gonna be my evening Gremlin project that I kind of push along behind the scenes. But if you want to watch me battle the animation process beyond just the planning stage, let me know. But we're at the point where I feel like I want to take some like reference footage of like a stuffed animal or something being pushed through, get that little squish. I maybe look for some animation references of other things being squished, and that way I'm not flying blind trying to feel out the animation. Because when you're working without refs entirely and you kind of know what you want, this is what you get. I don't know what I'm doing fully. I've got this like ambiguous idea I want to accomplish, but I don't have a solid idea yet. So we're not gonna give up. I'm not mad. I said I had the bad art feels today, and I do, but this is like planning. It's like a thumbnail. I know my art skill is there, and it's okay to have days where you feel a little bit off. So we're gonna plan for it instead. And this was a really big project to think that let's be real. I thought I could just sit down and scoot out a little animation in like an hour because I just wanted to do something unhinged. But that's a little bit different than my chicken animation I did last night, because that was like the same 3 frames repeated over and over again, you know? But because I did that one last night so fast, I was like, oh, I can do an animation, no problem. No, we ran into problems, and that's okay. It's not about running into the problems, it's about being persistent enough to overcome them. So we just gotta be persistent. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna consider this a win because we've done some planning and I thought about how like the layers of this are gonna go, which I'm gonna be able to make them more. I'm gonna be able to have more fun with the animation, and make it a little more unhinged instead of just trying to like run at it full force, and that's okay. I think I'm gonna clean around the house a little bit and. It's nice outside. Maybe Pidge will take a dirt bath and I can get a recording so I can animate her better. You know, little steps, little things. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And if you're having a rough one, and or you're having a little bit of art block, just gotta be persistent. Just be persistent. It's all right. Take care. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.